What's going on YouTube? Today I bring you my inside defensive line rankings for the 2022 NFL Draft. Took a day off yesterday. Happy Father's Day to all the great fathers out there. So getting into our inside defensive line rankings. Number one, pretty easily for me, is going to be DeMarvin Leal. He's obviously the best inside defensive lineman in this class. Thing is that he really, plays more of that defensive end role. He is an interior player at heart, but he can definitely play like that defensive end. I think really if he even lost, it'd be a good amount of weight, but if he lost a good amount of weight, he could actually be a pretty successful, more of a edge setter. Looking at him, he's 6'4", 290, so he's actually still got really nice size, even for that, defensive line versatility, and that is one of his strengths, is his versatility. Not to mention the dude's super athletic, but he's also very strong. He has such a nice combination of it that it makes him just a very interesting individual when it comes to his pass rush. Now, his run defense could use a bit of work. It's really one of the only big red flags. The other one being that he's just pretty top heavy. He's not gonna, if a guy's gonna be able to match him up top, then he's probably not gonna make the most impact in a game for you. But he is still very good at using, again, that athletic strong duo to kind of get past guys. So Marvin Leal, pretty easily the number one guy in this class for me. Number two, we have Haskell Garrett out of Ohio State. Haskell Garrett is a very interesting prospect because, on the one hand, I feel like he can make an impact in the NFL right away. He's a fifth-year senior. He's already 23 years old. Here's the thing. I list experience as a weakness here. It's because in any of his seasons, right, in any of his 4 years at Ohio State, I think it's Ohio State, he's been there the whole time, he's never had more than 300 snaps in a single season. So even though he's been there for a full 4 years and is playing his fifth year here, he actually, he obviously has experience, but it's not where you would expect it to be as a fifth-year senior. So that's kind of one red flag. Also, his size, obviously. He's sub 300 by just a pound, but he's still sub 300. And he's 6'2". He's obviously not the biggest guy, and he's not the strongest guy for being, he's more of a... he reminds me a lot of Fatukasi on the Jets. He's a very good line setter. He's not going to get that crazy pass rush because his production has really lacked at Ohio State. Obviously, he's been surrounded by great pass rushers too. So going into the NFL, you should not expect this guy to create pass rush for you or get sack numbers. But really what you're getting him for is, again, that solid line defense, because he is a really solid run defender, but also just the potential, because he still has that potential. He is very NFL ready. There's certain red flags, but I think he has the traits to be able to figure it out. And I don't think he'll ever be an elite defensive tackle, but he can be a top 15 guy, similar to Fatukasi. So yeah, that's kind of my interpretation of Haskell Garrett. Number three is a guy that I really like, Corey Durden, who now transferred to NC State, formerly at Florida State, and luckily got out of that horrible situation. I'm a big fan of Corey Durden. He's 6'5", 315, transferring over to NC State for his fourth year here. I could not find his age, but I believe he's 22, 23. I think he's a bit older. I really, really like Corey Durden. He's a super, super powerful, just run defender is mainly where he is. Again, he can create pass rush, and I really think a big part of where he's going to be drafted definitely depends on this year. He can have that good pass rush, but really this guy's just a very, very good, very solid run defender. And a big part of that comes from his power and his consistency to shed blocks more to protect the run. He's also a very good reach blocker. I keep saying block. He's also a very good reach tackler. All around, he's just sort of similar to Garrett. He's a solid line blocker. Why I have him below him, though, is two things mainly. Number one, his arsenal is definitely not there. That's why he's not the best pass rusher in the world. He uses mainly his power, and that's the other kind of weakness here, is that he mainly uses his power, and that's pretty much it. Now, he does a great job with it, and because of that, he's a great run defender, but will he ever be a solid pass rusher? That's kind of what you have to wonder, because his arsenal and anything other than power is kind of lacking. But besides that, he's got the size, he's got the traits, he's got the experience, he's got it all. Really depends on this year at NC State, but I really like Corey Durden, so he's a number 3 for me. Number 4 is going to be Perrion Winfrey from Oklahoma. He's pretty much copy and paste of Corey Durden, except he's a bit more powerful, but way less like athletic and stuff. Corey Durden's like not the most athletic guy in the world, but like Perion Winfrey, again, great run defense, because similar to like Corey Durden, he's a great run defender and he has extremely good power. He's probably, besides one other guy, the best power inside defensive lineman in this entire class. Now, sort of similar to Durden though, Arsenal is definitely lacking. He is for sure just power. Like with Durden, there's some potential there for him to be more than that. Perion Winfrey is just power. I mean, again, he does it well, but just lacking that finesse. Like, there's going to be times where, obviously he's not going to be able to stop the speedier, smaller backs in the NFL, but he's got the size, he's got the power. He'll be a solid, really defensive tackle is how I view him. That prototypical big defensive tackle. I think he'll be fine there. He could rise, he could fall, but I don't really see him rising. If anything, I see him falling, but I don't think he will. But, I like Winfrey. He's just power, though, and so that's why he's at 4, but still a very solid guy. Number 5, we have Phidarian Mathis. This is the guy I was just talking about. Power. Phidarian Mathis is the best power inside defensive lineman in this class to me. Like, it's hands down. He's easily just the most powerful guy. He's also got really nice size at 6'4", 312. And one thing that I really was impressed with the little bit I looked at him was that he's very good at using his hands. Like, he's not the best finesse guy in the world. He's not got the biggest arsenal, but like the way he uses his hands for his power, it really helps him out. He's a guy that gets a lot more he gets a lot more pressure than he gets sacks, so his production on paper is lacking, but still has been pretty solid for Alabama in the time he's played. I expect him to take a big step up here in his third year, now with Christian Barmore gone. So, yeah, I'm really expecting a breakout year from him. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back for a fourth year Alabama, though. He's also just power. There is no upside for his, arsenal or finesse rushing. But, again, he uses his power very well, and I'm really just waiting for him to break out at this point. So I really like Phidarian Mathis, and he's going to be here at number 5. Number 6, we have Tyler Davis out of Clemson. Here's the thing with Tyler Davis, right? He's got close to the size you're looking for. He's a bit shorter, but we've seen that like height doesn't truly matter someday. I mean, look at Aaron Donald. Not that this guy's going to be Aaron Donald, but like the size is at least something to look at. The main concern is the fact that he's not super athletic. He's not very quick. Like, he's not like gonna get you pass rush production. And even then, his power isn't really, as I say, it's not where it should be. Like, for his like size, for the fact that he's not that athletic, he's not that quick, he's not that powerful of a pass rusher. Now, once again, he's got really solid run defense. This inside defensive line class is a very, very good run defending class. And similar to Phidarian Mathis, I really love the way he uses hands. But when you combine stuff like, his power just isn't there. He is a bit undersized. He's lacking in the arsenal, similar to a lot of other guys. Like, he's all these different things. He's not very athletic and stuff. I have him at 6 below a lot of these other guys. I still think he has a lot of upside. Like, that's mainly why he comes in at 6 above a few other guys, is because I do love the upside. He has that ability to improve his power and improve his arsenal. It's just really, will he? So he's only in his third year here at Clemson. I'm excited to see what he does this year, so keep this guy on your radar. Number 7, we have Jermaine Lowell out of Arizona State. 6'1", 310, another kind of undersized guy. Really doesn't look like he's a defensive tackle, but he is. That's kind of his role, is like that a bit of a 3-tech, but he's more of that. I guess Mike Purcell is kind of the best comp I can give for him right now. Couldn't find his age, but he is a senior at Arizona State. This is a guy that knows how to use his power. Thing is, he doesn't have that raw natural power that some of these other guys do, but he knows how to use it. And so that's really what, kind of boosts him up a little bit here. He's a great, run stuffer. He's not going to, get around the edge and stop guys. He's not a line setter, but he's a great run stuffer. He fills those gaps really, really well. Now, similar to, a lot of these other guys, he's lacking in arsenal. The size is obviously a bit something to note. And he's very slow. Like I said, he's not going to set the edge. He's not going to stop the smaller, speedier guys. But he stuffs holes very, very well, and he can occasionally produce some numbers. So, I have him at 7 right now. I like the upside more than him than anything. I think he's going to be one of the more safer bets in the NFL, as kind of what you're getting. He's never going to be elite, although I still do like the upside, but he's never going to be elite, and I just think you know what you're getting from him. So I have him at 7 right now. Number 8, we have LeBrian Ray for Alabama. He's an interesting prospect because he's 6'5", but he's sub 300, obviously by 5 pounds, but still, he's he's weird because he's got that sort of athleticness a bit. He's not athletic, but he's got it a bit more than some of these other guys, but he's also got really nice power. Now, the dude's super versatile. I mean, obviously the reason why he is kind of lighter is because he switches to that defensive end position stuff. He's very versatile along the entire defensive line. Problem is, in his 3 years there at Alabama, he's not really done much of anything. He's really never excelled at anything. You know, compared to a guy like Fedarian Mathis, he has very weak hand placement. Once again, his arsenal lacks, and unlike a lot of these other guys, he's actually not a good run defender. And so you have all these different things to where it's like, I love the upside. He has it all. He has the potential. He can do all this. It's just, will he? Because he really hasn't. The only thing you'd be drafting him for right now is his depth and versatility. So that's pretty much it. I want to see some more from him in his senior year. Otherwise, I could very well see him being probably undrafted, to be honest, if he doesn't improve this year. Number 9, we have Zach Pickens out of South Carolina. 6'3", 300. You know, he's like right on the brink of being undersized, but I wouldn't consider him undersized. 21 years old in his 3rd year at South Carolina. Once again, love the hand placement on this guy from what I've seen so far. This is definitely a guy I didn't look at too much, but like, it seems like he uses more power than he has. You know, obviously he's not the biggest guy. He doesn't have that raw power, but he does use more power than he has. But you know, sort of like LeBron Ray, he's not a good run defender, and once again, his arsenal is lacking as a pass rusher. So that's really what brings him down for me, is because, again, he has the tangibles, he has the mentality and stuff, but he's not a good run defender and he's not a good pass rusher. So it's kind of, you know, it's kind of like, we'll see what he does. It's only his 3rd year. You know, he'll probably be getting some more starting reps now. And again, I like the upside. I like the upside on a lot of these guys, but for right now, I have him at 9 just because I don't really know if he stays the same way for the next couple years. He'll go undrafted pretty easily. So. And then number 10, we have Zachary Carter, 6'4", 290, sub 300, but, you know, like, he's, once again, a bit more of that defensive tackle, defensive end, versatile type guy. In his senior year at Florida, he's a very good run defender. He's got really nice size regardless of the weight, because, again, he does play, like, the defensive end position, too. He's got kind of good power. It's not like, he's not powerful, but he's not powerful. Unlike some of these other guys, not very good hand placement. Once again, suffering from arsenal, and the finesse rush is not there either. You know, he's going to be that run defending stuffer, but he can get around the edge, unlike some of these other guys. The reason why he's really so low at the end of the day is because, again, I feel like you know what you're getting from him. There's not a ton of upside on him. At best, you're drafting him to be, you know, a decent depth piece. So that's why he's here at number 10. I still do like some of the traits on him, but for right now, he's just going to be at number 10. And then some guys to just take note, and Jordan Davis may be the best run defender in this class. It's just, besides that, he's literally not good at anything else. And so I like, again, the upside on him, but if he can just show me he has literally something else just besides run defending, which, although he is a very good run defender, I don't want to put him over any of these other guys, because I want my guy to at least be something else than just a run defender, even if he is really good at it. So he'll probably go drafted over some of these other guys, but I just didn't want to feature him over them. And then Kobe Whiteside of Missouri, more just a guy to keep your eye on. I like the upside on him. He's got some nice traits and stuff, but we'll see how he plays this year. But that is my inside defensive line rankings for the 2022 NFL Draft. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Do I talk too fast for you guys? I hope so. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.